All right, teacher friends, welcome to episode 3 of the Feed Their Needs Summer Series. If you are joining us for the first time, we're spending the summer building core classroom management systems that can make your fall easier and less stressful. So far, we reflected on last year and we set up our morning routine. And so today, we're tackling one of the biggest challenges: how to respond to student behavior in a calm, clear, and consistent way. So if you want to stop feeling reactive or frustrated, instead be in control and proactive, this episode is for you. Coming up next. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle Holiday here. I am a behavior strategist, and I help teachers, schools, districts, and student-focused organizations with strategies and systems to help them manage their students and their learning environments with less stress and less struggle. And today we are building our behavior response system. So behavior happens, and it's a part of teaching, but what makes all the difference is how you respond. A clear, consistent response system means that you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time a behavior pops up. You don't have to stop and say, okay, what am I going to do now? This will help you be proactive, and it helps the students to know what to expect, helps you to stay calm and confident instead of overwhelmed. So here are 3 steps to build your behavior response system. Number 1, define your redirection techniques. Decide on a few clear, calm ways to redirect behavior. For example, you can do a verbal prompt, such as, Jonathan, please focus. Or you can be very specific, turn around, eyes on me. Or a nonverbal cue like a hand signal or eye contact. And some of you have the gift of the look. If you have it, use it. For some of you, there's a signal that you want to use with the student. And so, or you can do some proximity where you're moving closer to the student as you're teaching or giving direction. The key is to keep it consistent and low drama. Step number 2, establish consequences that fit your style. Now, I've heard from a number of teachers, either in person or in the comments, saying that my school doesn't allow me to do consequences. Let me just tell you something. Everybody does consequences because consequences are what happen after a behavior occurs. And you can add something to the student or take away from the student. That might be the part that is debatable or is an issue at your school, but everyone does consequences. So what happens if the redirection is not enough? Pick 2 or 3 simple, from your perspective, fair consequences that you would apply consistently, like maybe having them go to chill out, possibly the loss of a privilege or points, or a quick private conversation. The goal here with the consequences is not to punish, it's to help students take responsibility and to reset. Step number 3, plan how you'll reinforce positive behavior. Remember, reinforce means to make stronger. So don't forget the power of positive reinforcement. Build in a few ways to recognize students who follow expectations and rules, like verbal praise. That's an easy go-to, and you can make it fun and creative. A classroom point system where you're allowing students to earn points or earn check marks or earn letters if you're doing like a word system, right? Quick notes or tickets that they can collect, something tangible that they can feel and manipulate. This balance of reinforcement and consequence helps to keep your classroom positive and motivated. So this week, let's spend 1 to 2 hours writing out your response steps and consequences. Try putting them on a simple chart, a slide, or a poster that will help keep this visible in your classroom. And practice your redirection phrases so that they come out naturally when you need them. So here's to recap. A behavior response system helps you to stay calm and consistent. So you want to define your redirection techniques. What will you say or do to redirect? Choose clear consequences that fit your style in your school environment, and then plan ways to reinforce positive behavior. Start with 1 to 3, okay? So next week, we are building your transition shifts between activities. So make sure you hit subscribe, share this video with a teacher friend who wants to start the year ready for anything. And a thank you for joining me for episode 3 of the Feed Their Needs Summer Series. See you in the next video.